Hi, my name is Carol, and I'm an ordained minister with the United Life Church of Modesto, California, and also with Seattle, Washington. My title officially is Reverend Mother, and I just want to make sure that everyone's aware I am not a Christian. I do not believe in the Bible, and I do not believe in Jesus Christ. Although I hold all those beliefs open for possibilities, and I respect anybody that does believe in those things and they follow what they claim they believe in. My heart goes out to you, and I have lots of respect for you. But personally, I just want to make sure that we're clear. I'm one that is always for open communication, and I tend to over-communicate to make sure that we're always on the same page and that there's no doubt in what I'm telling you. My strongest belief system is similar to Buddhism, and that being because I was raised Catholic, and when I was in college I had several friends that were Hindu, and so I studied Hindu because I wanted to understand why these people that I thought were extremely brilliant thought so differently than I was taught. So I studied Hinduism and found that surprisingly Hindu and Catholic seemed to be right on key with each other, although they had different symbols, and they had gods with a small g, which was very similar to Catholics having saints, but they still believed basically, at least the friends I spoke to, with an overall God with a capital G. So when I took that class in Hindu, I realized it was a matter of semantics that was separating us. And although they have different ceremonies and different gods with a small g, Catholics also have a bunch of saints. So using the words God with a small g to saints, it was very similar and made lots of sense for me. As a matter of fact, my favorite Hindu god is Ganesh. I love the god that looks like a elephant with several different hands because he represents destruction, which means opening to creation and new beginnings. Of course, there's probably several different meanings everybody can interpret for different things, but that's what I got away with Ganesh, and I really love that Hindu god. And in studying Hinduism and realizing how similar it was to Catholic, I decided to pick the one religion that seemed the most crazy out there, because as I was brainwashed since a child, I was led to believe that being Catholic was the only true religion and everything else was wrong. So I decided to pick Buddhism, because what could be more out there and crazy and bizarre than worshipping a big huge fat Buddha that you rubbed his tummy for good luck? And in learning and studying Buddhism, I found that it was so much different than whatever I was brainwashed into believing. So contrary to that, Buddhism is more about common sense ideas. And although there is a nice story about Siddhartha Gautama, who is the person they first called Buddha, it also is very down to earth and real, and at least from what I had learned, there was nothing superficial or bizarre or crazy that claimed he did anything special other than leaving being a prince and deciding to go out into the world to discover what was really out there and what the meaning of life was, which is sort of what everybody does. And being a Buddha means to be the enlightened one. And what I really loved about Buddhism is that it claimed that anybody could be a Buddha. So it wasn't claiming that Siddhartha Gautama was anyone special that you should worship, but that you too I too could become a Buddha, the enlightened one. We just need to go out into the world and find out what it's all about, and to learn about suffering and all the different features that life possesses for us. One of the things I really love about Buddhism is one of the things that I learned was that selfish craving is the root of all evil. And that really hit home with me because it made so much sense. When we think about it, in the world, when there is the most evil, it is because people are being selfish and thinking about themselves and believing they are right and someone else is wrong. But when we try to take into account the needs of other people and other people's feelings, that's usually when we try to act our best. And in acting our best and trying to be kind to other people makes the world a much more beautiful place. So my goal, and I don't know how I'm going to accomplish that because I'm just getting started out, but my goal and my desire and my calling is to try to promote world peace, which sounds like an insane goal. Very, very big and complicated goal. But I think the way to do that would be to start at least embracing people's differences. Instead of disliking somebody because they might not be the same race as you or the same thinking as you, we could try to embrace the differences and try to learn and talk to them and find out more what they really think and why they think something. And sharing ideas and tossing ideas to each other sometimes opens our minds to new worlds, like it did for me when I was in college and I studied Hinduism and then went on to Buddhism and found that Buddhism made much more sense to me than being Catholic. So that's my goal, and this is an introduction, and if you're interested, if this sounds like something you'd like to share with me on my journey, then please hit that subscribe button, which I think it's right down there. It's red if you didn't subscribe. If you can click it, then you can follow me and join me on my journey. And also, if you could like this, if you like it, if you could like it for me, that would be great too, because the more encouragement that I get for doing this, the better and the more often I might do it. And I do want to improve. I apologize if this is real rough and I might be hesitating or talking too much, not getting to the point. I'm going to try to learn as I go, and I would love if you would make comments down there in the bottom and tell me what I am doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing right if you see something I'm doing right, but also tell me what I'm doing wrong. Give me suggestions, and I'm here for improvement, and I hope that we find some similarities. And if there are any differences, please let me know, because I do, although I might come across as strong-minded, sometimes people think that they think they can't change my mind. My mind is always open to new possibilities and new information, and I do love to learn, and I do love meeting new people. So thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to be working on the first of my series that I'm going to start, and you'll be notified if you click that subscribe button. Thank you again for tuning in, and hopefully I'll make the next one better. Have a great day.